Greetings, one and all. Today is a very special day for the NHL as the biggest prize of the National Hockey League, the Stanley Cup, turns 125 years old today. 125 years old. Wow, what a journey the Stanley Cup has been on. Once valued at 10 guineas, roughly $50 in today's currency, in the year 1892, the Stanley Cup has ascended far beyond material wealth, far beyond Canadian dollars or modern-day currencies, and it is now valued more for the hard work and sacrifices players have made to be in with even the tiniest chance of winning one of the most difficult trophies to win in all of sports. A bit of history and some fun facts about the Stanley Cup for all you history buffs out there now. The Stanley Cup was originally a smaller bowl-shaped trophy that was presented to the, quote, champion hockey team in the Dominion of Canada, end quote, before the NHL became an actual league, and the holder of the cup was determined by challenge games involving the top amateur teams in Canada. Once the NHL came into existence, in 1925, the Victoria Cougars of the Western Canada Hockey League became the only team in history to defeat an NHL team and win the Stanley Cup. From 1925 onwards, roughly, every single team that has won the Stanley Cup has been a National Hockey League team. Makes sense because it is the trophy at the end of the NHL. But the Victoria Cougars, the only team that is not part of the NHL to have won the Stanley Cup once the NHL started. Now, the trophy itself began measuring 7.28 inches in height and 11.42 inches in diameter. But now, as the years have gone on, we've had 125 years of this cup. The trophy measures 35.25 inches in height and weighs 34.5 pounds. That's not light, guys. 34.5 pounds that's a noticeable weight. Even though it does weigh so much, however, many players who have won the Stanley Cup have said that it weighs as light as a feather after they have clinched Stanley Cup victory. They've played 82 regular season games, at least 16 playoff games to reach the victory. They roughly play about 100 games in a season just to lift that 34.5 pound trophy. And any player that you talk to, any interview that you see will tell you that it's absolutely worth it. All the hardships, all the injuries, all the disappointing losses, all the very close games, all the clutch goals, they all become worth it once they lift that trophy up. And no NHL player has had a trouble lifting that trophy up. They've lifted it up and put it as high as they can. Now, the Stanley Cup has seen its fair share of teams come and go from the league, especially ones that are no longer part of the league, and has been picked up by many a player, coach, or behind-the-scenes staff. It's basically a much nicer and more prestigious version of that slutty girl at a party that wants a piece of every guy who breathes oxygen. So there you go. Happy 125th birthday, Stanley Cup. I hope you spend the day doing what you love, not having players eating cereal out of your bowl-shaped top. What are your memories of the Stanley Cup? When was the last time your team won the Stanley Cup, if they have won the cup? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and your memories and your best moments about the Stanley Cup in its last 125 years. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye!